the most difficult franchise to do a dispassionate analysis about is RCB. And I'll tell you why. The RCB fans, wow. I mean, if ever I found myself in a situation where I could choose a fan base, I know I'm not that big, but if I ever got into that position, I would want a fan base like RCB. They back their team, their players. It's a fan base like none other. But because the RCB fans are so loyal, so aggressive, sometimes all of the others just sort of pile on and say, okay, I'll have a contrary point of view. And while that might be good for the league, while that be maybe good for the fan base, it makes a dispassionate analysis a little bit difficult. But I'm still going to go about doing it because, this is RCB, right? So let's start with the retentions. Who can RCB keep? Who are they going to lose? There's two big players they're going to lose. One, because of injury. I don't think Cameron Green is going to be able to come back, and RCB have a tough call to say, should we still keep him even though we know we can't play him on the assumption that we'll have him for the next 2 years? I don't know if he did enough for RCB as much as he did for MI in that first year to be able to take that call. So I'm afraid it looks like RCB will be without Cameron Green. If he's not bowling, look, if he's only batting, he's half the player, he's half the value that he brings. So I'm afraid it's looking like no Cameron Green. And a big loss, my dear friend Dinesh Karthik, because last year Dinesh Karthik made 326 runs, striking at 187. That is invaluable at the position that Dinesh Karthik was batting at, and that is going to be a huge hole to fill for RCB. Now, having said that, what can they do? Look, they've had a pretty good run of it in recent times in the IPL. They've qualified 4 times out of 5, and that's no laughing matter. So they're doing a few things right. Now, they can approach this 2 ways. One way is to say, let me build on my core. Let me keep a core ready and then go into the auction with a core. So if I had to look at it from that point of view, what is my core if I'm an RCB fan? Virat Kohli, wow, last year, 741 runs, striking at 155. Virat Kohli is RCB, you never look beyond. So that is one retention that is a no-brainer. I'm going to look at 2 or 3 others, actually. What about Faf du Plessis? There's some people who think, look, Faf, 38, 39, getting on. But you know what? He's going around the leagues across the world. He's still playing well. I think he's a good captain. He's delivered pretty good results for RCB. And as a batter alone last year, he made 430 odd runs at 161 strike rate. You take that player any day. A 400 plus batter striking at 150 plus, you take that any day. So in my core, I want Faf du Plessis. I know he had a slow start to the season, but Rajat Patidar finished it very strongly. He was getting cameos. I'd want him to produce some larger innings, but Rajat Patidar made 395 at 177. A lot of you know I'm a Rajat Patidar fan ever since I saw him get that brilliant 100 in Kolkata. So I want to find a way of keeping Rajat Patidar in the mix as well. And there's one other player who's very, very RCB. He had a decent season last year, but I'd still keep Mohammad Siraj. Now, what did Siraj do? He gave you 15 wickets at just over 9 economy rates, but he bowled some of the difficult overs. So I want to find a way of keeping these 4 as my core. And I also have the option of going Yash Dayal uncapped. I know I won't get him at 4 crores, but I don't mind paying a little bit more because quietly, not much talked about, Yash Dayal was also one of the stories of the IPL last year. And good on you, RCB, for pulling him back from where he was, giving him the platform and then getting those performances out of him. So this is one way of looking at it. If you go this way, you go into the auction at 18 into 2, 36, another 14, that's 50 and 11, 60, 61 gone. Then there's another 6 or 7 for Yash Dayal. You've got about 53, 54 crores left. Can you build a team around that? That's one way of looking at it. The other is to say, let's go completely left field. Let's get Virat Kohli and let's keep Yash Dayal. And let's say that's about 25, 26 crores gone. I still have 95 crores. And then I'll go into the auction and I'll just build a team for 3 years. And I'd love to know what all you RCB fans think about that left field option. Now, sometimes, though, auctions can be very tricky affairs. And we've all known of franchises that have gone into the auction and by evening on day one, they're scratching their head and say, where did we go wrong? You don't want to take that chance. So if I'm in RCB, I'm not taking that chance. And I'm saying, doesn't matter. I'll lock about 60, 62, 63 crores. I'll try and build a team with what I want, that core. I've got Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis, so I've got two solid openers, bankable players in my team. I've got Siraj, I've got Yash Dayal, and I've got a solid player in my middle order in Rajat Patidar. So that's the way I am going. As I said, the left field way is to just say only Virat, only Yash Dayal. Can I get Faf back with my RTM for about 11, 12 crores? Fairly certain. Can I get Siraj back around 10 or 12 crores? Fairly certain. Can I get Rajat Patidar back around 9 or 10 crores? Fairly certain. So you can use that RTM card, but somehow I just think that I don't want to take the risk. That's my way of thinking. Tell me what you think. These are my thoughts for RCB.
So thank you for watching and do subscribe to this channel.